Good morning, students. Myself, Vishwa Desai from St. Xavier's. Today, I'm going to teach you Unit 2 of the textbook Flamingo. Title of the unit is Lost Spring by Anis Jung. Now, I'm going to teach you this lesson with the help of PowerPoint presentation. So today, this is the first video of Unit 2 titled Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood by Anis Jung. Now, let's start the chapter with the brief introduction of the writer. Introduction of Anis Jung. She was born in 1944 in Rourkela, Odisha, India. That means she is basically an Indian writer. She belongs to an aristocratic family. That means she comes from a rich background. In her family, her father, the name of her father is Nawab Hoshiar Jung. He was a renowned scholar, poet, and he served as the Musahib. The meaning of Musahib is advisor to the Prince of Hyderabad state. Her mother and brother are also the famous Urdu poets. So students, we can clearly see that she was from a rich background, and the father, mother, and brother, they were also the literary genius. She completed her education in Hyderabad and USA, that is United States of America. She started her career as a writer in India. She is the editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad. So basically, she is an Indian writer writing in English, and she is the editor and columnist for major newspapers in India and abroad. Now, let's see some of the books that is written by her. Authored books by Anis Jung. These are the titles of her books: Unveiling India, Night of the New Moon, Seven Sisters, Breaking the Silence. These are the books by Anis Jung. Now, as you can see in this picture, this is one of the important books by Anis Jung, because from this book, the present chapter is taken. So, present chapter is an excerpt from her book titled Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood, which is written in 2005, which focuses on children from deprived background. So this is an important book. The title of this book is Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood, which is written in 2005. And the present chapter is taken from this book. And this book deals with the theme of the children who are from deprived backgrounds. Now, let's have a brief discussion over the title of the chapter. Now, students, the title of the chapter is Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood. So in the title, we can see two words, lost and spring. Now, just understand the word spring. Here, spring is symbolic of joy, happiness, and hope. It is the most pleasant and beautiful season of the year. Yes, students, all of us, we enjoy the season of spring. In the title, we are also having the word childhood. So here, childhood can be called the spring of man's life. So here, spring is the metaphor that is used for childhood. In the title, we are also having the words like lost and stolen. So here, the words lost and stolen refers to the plight of the children who are deprived of their joyful childhood. So in this lesson, we will see the deplorable condition of poor children who get forced to miss the simple and joyful moments of childhood because of their socio-economic condition. So basically, what we are going to see in this chapter is, here the author talks about the children from the poor background, and because of their poverty, they are supposed to do the work, they are supposed to do the child labor, and because of that, they are deprived of education, happiness, joy of life. So as you can see here, the theme of the chapter or the lesson, the theme of child labor and poverty-stricken children deprived of education, and happy life that is dealt in the present chapter. Now, in this chapter, there are two stories. So let's start with the story first. The title of the first story is Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage. Now, as you can see in this picture, there is a small boy, right? He is collecting the waste material, or he is collecting the rubbish from the garbage. Now, in this first story, we are having the main character. What is the name of that main character? The name of that main character is Sahib-e-Alam. Now, who is this Sahib-e-Alam? Sahib-e-Alam he is a 10-year-old boy who is a rag picker. Students, pay attention to this word, rag picker, right? Now, what is this rag picker? Rag picker is a person who collect and sold old discarded things from rubbish. So students, in the story first, we are having the title, Sometimes I Find a Rupee in a Garbage. And in this first story, we are having the main character whose name is Sahib-e-Alam. Sahib-e-Alam is a 10-year-old boy and he is a rag picker. As we have already discussed, who is a rag picker? Rag picker is a boy who collects and sold old and discarded things from the rubbish. Now, let's start the chapter. Story 1, Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage. Why do you do this? I asked Sahib, whom I encountered every morning scrounging for gold in the garbage dumps of my neighborhood. Now here, the meaning of the word scrounging is looking for. So every morning, the writer here sees a young rag picker boy whose name is Sahib, who visits the garbage dump near her house and searches for gold in it. Sahib searches for gold, ironically, because although the garbage dump is full of waste material, the useless things, he searches something as precious as gold in the garbage dumps. So here, every morning, the writer sees Sahib, who is a rag picker boy. He is every morning collecting the gold from the garbage dumps. Sahib left his home long ago. Set amidst the green fields of Dhaka, his home is not even a distant memory. So his home in Dhaka was in the middle of lush green fields, which they had left many years ago, and he does not remember it anymore. There were many storms that swept away their fields and homes, his mother tells him. There were many storms which destroyed their homes and fields. So they left home and shifted to the cities in search of gold. That's why they left, looking for gold in the big city where he now lives. Right? So here we are having the phrase looking for gold or searching for gold that refers to some precious thing. So every day Sahib is trying to find something as precious as gold from the garbage dumps. But this is an ironical statement. We knew that, right? From the garbage dumps, we cannot find the gold, or we can't find the precious things, right? So here, things like shoes, money, bags, etc. for the children, right? They are finding from the garbage dumps, and food, clothing, shelter as a means of survival for their parents. So Sahib is doing or searching for something in the garbage dumps so that he can sold the things and he could get the rupee, or he could get the rupees so that he could survive. I have nothing else to do, he mutters, looking away. One day, the writer questions Sahib that why he is every day searching for something in the garbage dumps. So one day the writer questions Sahib and asks him the reason for shuffling through the garbage. Then what is the reply from Sahib? Sahib replies that he has nothing else to do. Sahib replies to the writer that he has nothing else to do rather than doing the rag picking. Go to school, I say. Glibly, the meaning of the word glibly is fluently, realizing immediately how hollow, meaning of hollow is false, the advice must sound. So she realizes that her advice is meaningless for the poor. So one day, the writer suggests to Sahib that he should go to the school. But when she advises this, she realizes that her advice is meaningless for the poor boy. Sahib gave the reply that there is no school in my neighborhood. When they build one, I will go. So Sahib says that there are no schools in the area, and he assures that he will go to school when one is built near his house. Then the writer once again says that if I start a school, will you come? I ask half joking. So the writer asks him half jokingly that if she opened a school, would he attend it? Then the reply from Sahib is yes, he says, smiling broadly. So students, here we can clearly see that, right, that as Sahib is a poor boy, right, every day he has to go for rag picking, right, so he could not go to school. So half jokingly, the writer asked that if I build the school, then will you come to my school? Then the reply from Sahib was that yes, he would come to school. A few days later, I see him running up to me. Is your school ready? After a few days, when Sahib once again, when he sees the writer, right, he asks the writer that is your school ready? So friends, up to this point, right, I have discussed in this video. So what we have seen the introduction of the writer, that is Anish Chung, the explanation of the title, and we have started the first story, that is sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. Who is the main character of the story? Main character of the story is Sahib Alam. Sahib Alam is a 10-year-old boy who is doing the work of rag picking. And we have seen the point that right, basically Sahib was used to live to Dhaka, right, but now they left Dhaka and now they settled in Delhi, the city called Delhi, for better living, right? And every day Sahib went to find a rupee in the garbage. હા જોતા હતા એક પણ હવે આને જોવાનું કેવી રીતે મારો વિડિયો કેવી રીતે જોવાનો તમે એન્ડ કર્યું હા સ્ટોપ વિડિયો કર્યું આ સ્ટોપ શું હતું સ્ટોપ શેર તો કર્યું ને આ બધું આવશે આપણું અંદર કઈ નહીં એમ નહીં કશું દેખાતું નહીં